What's cooking, guys? This is Intelligence, and this is how to record vocals in Logic Pro.
Tectonic separation, making it look like a pain in the nation. Being music, can't keep sitting and waiting for the station to tune in. Notifications say we all be fitting in the meditation. I'm giving proof under the roof of revelation, inflation.
Alright, so first thing we want to do is go ahead and open Logic Pro. Want to create a new project. If it comes up like this with your old project, just file, new, close that one down. Alright, so you want to make sure this is on the audio tab to check our audio input and outputs. As you can see here, I've got input 1 for my audio input. That's because I'm using my audio interface, Scala 2i2, and the input for the mic is going into input 1, so that's selected to input 1. So select what you need to here, just on the drop down box, and then audio output down to, I've got mine set to 1 and 2. Number of tracks, you want to put as many tracks as you want in. Put 7 because I know I'm going to be creating a few layers there, so got plenty to play with. But you can always add them in while you're in the project. You need a back-end track or whatever track you're using. You need the BPM before we put the track in, which is here. So if you know the BPM, go ahead and put it in. I've got a track here, and if you come across this problem where the track doesn't have no BPM and you can't find the tempo for it, I'll show you a little trick. I'm going to open up file, pull this into number 1. Aligned. If I click on the metronome, you're going to see that everything's out of time. If I press play, see the metronome's going off right there. Turn this down a bit, it's quite loud. So what we're going to do, because I've got no information, if you have this problem, go ahead and double click on this audio file right here. Alright, it's on track. We want to go over to Smart Tempo. You can see it's got no information whatsoever. So what we're going to do is click on this Analyze. Just wait for a minute. So quick, boom, just like that. Look up here, giving us the tempo, 82. Right, so I'm going to go up into the main tempo, input 82 beats per minute. That's it. If we click play now, you see that tempo's perfect. Cracking, that's perfect. Alright. Next thing you want to do, if you've got no sound coming out, no input going in, want to double check up here in Logic Pro. Preferences, audio. As you can see, you've got the output device and input device. Now, mine's set to Scala 2i2, that's my audio interface. And set that to whichever one you need, whatever interface you're using or whatever input you're using. Same with the output device, you want whatever your headphones are plugged into, that's what you want to choose. And click apply, X out here. Now you should see it coming up on the little bar right here. Before we record, we're going to have to make sure that we're not going to be clipping. Right, now clipping is when volume is too high and you end up going into the red and start getting pops, clicks and all sorts of nasty stuff. So we want to sort this out first. To do this, we just want to play the track, maybe give it some good vocal range, the loudest you're going to be or the most powerful you're going to do, and play it. We're going to look at the audio interface on input 1 and see if it's going into the red. If it's going into the red, I need to knock it down. Same on the computer, if it's on still on the red up here as well. And when we're recording, we're always going to be keeping an eye on that. Alright, cool. Let's get into it. I'm going to go down to audio 2. I'm going to double click on here. I'm going to try and name everything so we know what it is. I'm going to put intro. Right, then I'm going to go up to you with a big red circle. We can either click this to record, or we can press R on the Mac. Get straight into it. I'm going to open the vocal cords at the beginning. Just check it's not clipping before I go into the intro. Yeah, 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 yeah. Ooh. Right, I think we're good. Turn this down a little. It's quite loud. All right. Heaven awaits you when you're gone and you're done and you're down in the slums. Remember, heaven awaits you. Lyrical hypotheses, irregular technologies, chronological apologies, sadistic entities. Alright, we had a good little run there. I'm just going to keep this running. I'll split it up afterwards. But if you stop right here, you can carry on and record. You go down, you can record. This is my chorus right here, so I'm going to leave this to the recording under, so it's easier to split and add effects too. Alright, so we had a good run there. I'm going to pull this back with it all messed up. Right about here. Right, this is still really low right here. I'm going to turn this down more. That's turned down there. Okay. Just carry this playing and jump over to the next part. And I'm just going to play it. I'm going to listen to the chorus and then go straight in. All I have to do is hit R or click this red button up here. And we start recording again. Right about here, so I'm going to go back. Get ready for it. Simple, subjective, a mind can be effective. Protective information getting stored up, collective. Corrective education, questionable, selective. Protective information, blocking the name. Oh, come on, you twat. Right, cool, so we're going to end that there. As you can see, if you get a flow, just keep it going. Sometimes it goes that way, sometimes it doesn't. But go back to the start. You can have a little listen through, just make sure it's all picking up. You can see it's picking up. I can edit levels, everything else later on. Right, time for a little quick tip. I think it's worth mentioning. You're recording vocals, I find it best. Depending on what you are singing, but most of the time, stand up, make sure you got enough space, make sure your lungs are open, sing to the best of your potential. Get yourself comfy, that's what I did before I started recording. I'm standing up, so to make sure I can get them notes that I need to get out, so I can get them out. Alright, so you make sure you're comfy before you start, because otherwise you're going to be playing around and it's hard work. Okay, now what I'm going to do now, we've recorded the first layer. I'm going to go straight back in, pull it all the way to the choruses. I got the intro and then the chorus as well. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to record on this gap up here. Put this down on number 3. Chorus. About here. Here we go. Heaven awaits you. Remember, heaven awaits you when you're petrified. Back, have a quick listen if you like. I like to just get it all down, and then I know when it's good and I know when it's not. What I do now, I'm gonna pull it back. Rename this one here. Ad libs. Okay, now ad libs. Doubling up certain words. Looking at different keys, different octaves on the note to harmonize. Or you can just do it again, straight up. You can also put some, yeah, yo. You know what I'm saying? You can just chuck what you like in there. Just fill in the gaps, make it sound nice, make it sound exciting. People want to listen. Here we go. Let me give you a quick record and you can see what ad-libs are all about. Let me show you. I'm going to run right the way through. Let us feeling pessimistic. Less simplistic. Yeah. Woo. Awaits you. Heaven awaits you. Alright, cool. So you can go back again. You can add more, you can add less. We've got something going on here. So just flick it back to the start here. Or maybe just one of the choruses. chorus here. So, next now is to edit it, cut it, chop it, and start adding effects. So what we're going to do, I'm going to pull it back, get straight into it. First of all, I'm going to save this, save as. Right, so I'm just going to get myself comfy again. I'm going to sit down for this now. I'm done with most of the vocals. I can always add in later if I need to. But I'm done with most of the vocals now, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to reposition myself so I can sit back down. Hey, back in the room. Alright guys, so we're going to do a bit of editing. All I'm going to do is cut, paste, split them all up, get rid of all of the rubbish. I'm not really going to go into too much more depth than that. That's going to have to be for a separate video. I'll show you how to cut, chop, edit, and just get some sort of structure. Alright, so to begin editing, first of all, I'm just going to start grabbing parts of the track, take out what I don't need. I'm going to listen through and mute everything off like I've done here. So just click the little M and mute everything else. What I'm going to do is just keep the first one right here, intro playing, and back in track, one at a time. So I'm going to pull this right back. I'm going to listen to it. Just check it's not. Can you hear me talking to you right there? I'm going to drag that where it begins. Alright, so then what I'm going to do, I'm going to hit Command and T. That's going to split it. I kind of like this bit, so I'm going to keep it in there. What I need to do, I need to change this to being used. That one haven't been used, so I'm going to change this one to extras. So it's kind of like some more ad-libs. Little bits I find when I was doing the verse and the chorus. Pull this up so it's easier to transfer. And there we go. I'll pull this down to extras. Okay, so that's a nice little bit I'm going to keep there. Alright, I think we're good. Can you hear me talking to you again? Turn this down a little. Just going to cut that out. Heaven awaits you when you're gone and you're done and you're down in the slums. Be careful here, I'm not going too close because I don't want to cut out the breaths. It sounds much more natural when the breaths are in there. Cut the breaths out if I go too much into here. So I'm just going to give it that little bit extra so you can hear the breath. I can always fine tune it later on. Heaven awaits you. Okay, so we're up to the first chorus. Heaven awaits you. Alright, so you can see right there, that's where it ends. So I'm going to listen right there. I'm going to split that because then it goes into the verse. So name this one verse. Carry on editing this now. Okay, so pull this up. My verse. So I'm going to mute the intro. The intro sounds pretty good. We are straight into the verse. I'm always watching for clipping right here. I'm going to turn that metronome off because it's kind of getting in the way. I don't really need the metronome. I got a backing track and my ears are quite tuned to it. I can hear it, so it's all good. If you need it, put it back on. Yeah, cool. Alright, I'm really happy with that. So keep that. Keep it running, yeah. There's nothing else on that track, so that's track one done. Mute the verse this time. The intro open again. We got more on the intro. So I had a big run, so I'm going to split them back up to where they need to go now. All I want to hear is that intro, really, because I'm going to add different FX to it. And it won't get in the way of the rest of the times I use it in the chorus. It'll be slightly different. Cool. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to zoom out. See where it starts again right here. Play it from here. That's another verse right there. I'm just going to cut it and add it up to here. The Jario scenario. I'm going to add some effects just to that one bit, so I'm going to split it up ready. If you hear things while you're doing it, just stop and do it. Right there, Command and T.
Playing on the strings of the Jario scenario. Casino entertainment, the flashing off a Casio. Playing on the strings of the Jario
scenario. Man and T there. Alright, so I'm going to split that right there. Okay, so I'm going to take all this out right here. Yeah, nice. Yeah, cool. Pull that back there. Boom, that's that track done. Pull it back. Same again. Now I'm gonna mute that out. I'm gonna go down to the extras. Well, we know there's only that one in the extras, so I'm gonna skip that and mute that. Down to the next one, chorus. Jump up to it. Take all this out. Jump over to the next one. Same again. Oh, right there.
That's a bit of royalty anyway.
I can delete that out. And I'm going to Command T. Put that out there. Right, so I'm going to keep all that in there. Shorten it a little bit. Like that. We could take that out to the chorus maybe. Put that into extras. Then again, I'm going to mute this one. Go down to ad-libs. Pull this right back. Here we go again. That was awesome. Alright. Alright, don't forget to save this file. Alright, that's going to wrap up today's session. This is Intelligence. That's how you record on Logic Pro. Peace!
Picking up the pieces of the jigsaw, feeling like a schizo. Heaven awaits you when your cross starts.
Heaven awaits you, guys. Make the most of it. Peace!